moment on this conference that I went for in Nairobi, when the South African Minister of Transport stood up in the gathering where there are political parties from all over the world, and he said to me, he said, I want to applaud Liberia because your election was so tight, hotly contested, and President Bouaga only defeated President Weah less than 30,000 votes. And yet, President Weah conceded. He said, you people should continue that democracy. I was proud. I'm going to say anyway, therefore, President, we have to concede and keep our democracy on the path it is. It's something, of course, I'm proud of, and I'm happy he did that. I will praise him any day for that, because not many Africans can do that. Look, let's stop all these political norms. When people do something good, praise them. He could have stayed in power like other people. Yes, he could have done that. When President Bouaga
on this entire arson issue in Liberia, let's hear from you, sir.
Prince, like we've all said, and we are seeing the witch hunt played firsthand. You know, Prince, a crime was committed at a certain location, right? You gather all your jury, you gather everybody. All of them was they were all put outside because why? The jury tampering, everything was going on. You couldn't find no evidence on this guy. How sensitive it is for you to take a case from a certain jurisdiction where the crime happened, right? A crime was committed at a certain location where all the jurors were gathered, judges, everybody there. Now you want to take that particular case from that location to another location. Now in law, that's not even allowed. You cannot take a case from where it happened to go and try it in another location. Why? What's the intent behind that? You cannot tell me you are going to reassemble different jurors from a different location. And the result is going to be the same. You don't have the evidence to put this guy down. All of your evidence are flawed. Release the guys that are already you've already put in prison falsely, but you are still holding on to this case.
Kevin, I will say things here today. Kevin, we got to stop. The vice president and the president are not sincere. The first B mounting agreement in 2013, the restated amended agreement in 2013. And Joseph Bouaga signed that agreement. He was the vice president. And Jeremiah represented Nima County on Ways and Finance. They all supported it. I did not support it. On no air in 2013.
You didn't support?
No. And all voted for a single concession on no air. Check my records. You will see all that. I get all my records. Don't argue on that. Okay.
Let's stick to B mountain.
Yeah.
The amended
but a B mountain, they reached in 2013. No, there was an amended restated in 2013 agreement also. You know what was there for the communities? 100,000.
You follow what happened at the Capitol building. You know, on day one, while the Capitol building was still in flames, you know, the president was at the Capitol in the morning and said that this was the work of talks and hooligans and that people will be brought to justice. The president interfered with an ongoing active law enforcement investigation. He influenced the investigation and he pointed the law enforcement into the direction he wanted them to go. So even without the necessary evidence, you saw a lot of people got arrested. Some of them are still in jail. Those people have talked about how they've been maltreated by state security forces while under the custody of state security forces. They've talked about lack of access to lawyers. They talk about ill treatment while in the custody of NSC, who for some reason was involved in an arson investigation. So, and then you had an NSA officer who was lying on the stand and was caught about a judge portraying himself as an officer of the Liberian National Police. So all these things put together you see a serious decline in rule of law. You see a president who, after a Supreme Court rule that is, the legitimacy of a certain speaker, and say, show complete disregard for that and say he will work with the people he wanted to work with.
Can have good discussion tomorrow on it. That document, $100,000 United States dollars. What was in that document for equity in the 2013? Nothing tangible. In the 2023, 4% equity. In the 2023, for the community, let's see, answer the county development, answer the county social funds for the community. The first set of payment, $250,000 US. In the 2023 document under we are. Besides that, it will go up to $500,000 United States dollars. The United Party only put $100,000 for community. I'm not talking about the county, the affected communities. That's what I'm discussing. I will send the document to you for you to see the provisions and everything. What did the United Party do? 68 bookers concession agreement between 2009 to 2012 January, reported by the Guardian newspaper.
Put in the most Stevens report.
Yes, 66. John Moru says all of 68. 66 were bogus. 68 concession in 3 years.
Why you don't want us to stick to the rectified?
Okay, so no, because the people arguing, the way they're arguing, they're not sincere to the people. There's a 5% equity for the community, and I want the media to listen very well in the 2023 document. And that means B Martin will declare dividend. There's a parent company they have in Turkey. And they have to declare dividend. Go look at the income sheet, the declaration, and what we need to demand. And so that's the profit they will get. After they take all their operation costs, for example, they take all payment for workers, for example, maybe they put in some money back into the company, all of this, because B Martin has crossed the stages, the stage of exploration, they cross it, the stage of development, for example, where they will build the equipment, the plants, and all of those things, they pass it. What they are in now is what? Production. So under production, now 5% equity should be going back to the community. So assuming that B Martin declared dividend of 500 million, because you're talking about billion, that agreed that they generated 1.6 billion, and they take all the expenses and the profit or the dividend is 500 million. Take 5% of 500 million. That should be the equity coming back to these communities. 2024, what is the 5% equity under the United Party led administration? 2025, where is the 5% equity under the United Party led administration? You know what they've done with the money? You'll be shocked. The project in Foya that B Mountain Bay in it. They take Grand Cape Mountain community money and go build project, presidential project. In local country, in Foya. This is dangerous. The project is 10 million, President Boga, and the people say, oh, that's 6 million, right? President Boga went on air busy and say he was not aware. If he knew he was going to stop it, the Minister of State initiated the conversation.
The late
yes, about that project, the former Minister of State, for that project.
Correct.
The president said, the president is on public record. He said, I never knew.
Matter of fact, I asked him the question.
Then, Kevin, thank you. You asked the question, so you know better. He said, I never knew that the president. So where they took the money from? To cover up, they say that Guinea, the man rural new country, Guinea, Sierra Leone, like drug putting money together, private people, private vendors. Who are the private people?
They
are B Martin. The equity, the 5% equity, maybe that 15, 20, $30 million should be coming to the community people. Okay, after the people declare dividend, okay, they're taking that money and they're using it recklessly. You know McCarthy? That's a guy they call, a first name will come to mind. He behind the vice president at the place. He's not an appointed official of the government. I will show you a video. He behind the vice president when they, you know who is that guy? That's the guy who cut in the shot. That the consultant, that the head of consultant for all the companies that are exploiting the Liberian people, the meter stealing, will go and lobby, they be mounting all that. Why you carry the man behind you? The guy is there. That the guy
Have you read that agreement?
I've been reading the agreement.
Perfect. Do you believe that the agreement is a good agreement?
For me,
you signed, you
for me, no, let me finish with this first. We'll come to that. We'll come to that. Why you on? I will tell you exactly what my position. We'll come to that. I'm concerned about Grant. Let's stop pretending. The boy got Jaliba.
He wrote some things.
The boy got Jaliba.
And I'll come to
the Kula Fofana. The Mo Ali, the rest of the people, have they been able to ask their government in 2024 and 2024 and 2025 what happened to Grand Cape County 5% equity? A B Mountain declare a dividend? Can they demand from their government to show the sheet of dividend declared by B Mountain? Or we need a freedom? You should demand as a journalist the freedom of information to demand the dividend declared by B Mountain in 2024 and 2025. You all need to do it. The journalists of the Republic of Liberia, civil society, they should demand that. When you demand that, you will see the Liberian government getting money. The money should go for the welfare of Injo and other communities. Millions of dollars we're discussing, but President Boyka took the money to build his retirement home.
You forget, right?
His retirement home, that one I'm watching it today to tell you. Two, the McCarthy guy, and he brought the 22 papers for Unity Party during the campaign. Who gave it to them? They plane that President Boyka fly the private jet that B Mountain plane.
So when you
wait, let me finish. Kevin, wait. Kevin, no, Kevin, you all your caution. The flight that carry President Boyka, that flight that usually taking around, that private jet, that B Mountain flight. They charter that flight. The helicopter that President Boyka and West flew in to go to Foya. Who owned the helicopter? The plane.
For the Lofa and the
now B Mountain
celebration.
That B Mountain plane fight right on FE. Right on FE. That B Mountain plane. President Boyka can never do anything to B Mountain. Or Jeremiah Kuhn.
Well, fellow Liberians, home and abroad, it's a privilege again for us to be on here. And we want to use this occasion to extend our thanks and appreciation to all of you who continue to remain very supportive to what we do. We want to say thank you so much. We want you to please do us a favor. And that favor that we require from you is to kindly hit for us the share button in the various groups chat that you find yourself in, so that the message can spread wide and far. I want to say to all of you who are watching us from our personal page, Prince Sharif, I welcome you. Those of you who are watching us on the Metro Media, I want to say thank you so very kindly to our sisterly media institution that is also broadcasting this particular presentation live. I want to say thanks to the folks there. I also want to say thanks to the Truth Lens News Liberia. Truth Lens News Liberia is also broadcasting this live on their social platforms. I also want to say thanks to the Kings FM for also broadcasting this live on the FM 88.5 critical issue. I want to say thanks to them. We are also going live on our YouTube page. So again, I want to say welcome to all of you who are following us from across, the world. It's always a privilege for us to have you here. And as usual, we ask that you kindly do us a favor again. Hit for us the share button, share with friends, share with family members, and let's have a very wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. Please share with us and let's have a wonderful time. Thank you so very kindly. Thank you so very kindly. So while I am also trying to share, let me just continue to bring this on. Let's listen to this.
Jeremiah Kuhn is pretentious.
Let's listen to
In
this.
2023, he voted for it.
While I share also.
He was senator. He was pretending. When he went to White Thing, Jeremiah Kuhn, they now go to the community people to talk to them. They shot those children. They kill. The government representation should go to the community and interact with the community. But he went there to the business partner and pretentiously said that gold, they want to do the armor for it. But he Rolex watch is as expensive as the gold. He Rolex watch that the same gold that P. Martin getting a Rolex watch on him. I had decepted these guys.
But there's
for United Party people to be passing around because some of them want to go campaign in Grand Cape County to replace the lawmaker then from Monrovia. Cape Man must decide from Cape Man, from the villages and the town, who they want to represent that interest. Because another thing, you see the role that SSF bidding that will ratify that agreement, the Rawalspo rule, that SSF bidding. All the journalists here are calling us today. The agreement with the Sierra Leone company, that agreement captures the Rawalspo rule. The Rawalspo rule. The agreement captures the Rawalspo rule. In that agreement for the Sierra Leone company, why is it that SSF doing the rule? If it were captured, the 200 and some more million that they're talking about is captured in that agreement. And all of you journalists got to be very critical. Why P. Martin doing the agreement and the company has not come to Liberia? Who gave them the money? SSF. Who gave them the money? My brother, more revelation.
So,
we're holding back some things. Yeah. But I will tell you, Grand Cape County must rise up to the location. Yeah, you can't take my money and go pay place in for you.
Let's go back to the fallback from the whole B Mountain visit. I have read from Bwaka Jaliba, the vice president at NOCA, that, for example, Senator Nathaniel McGill has benefited from the kickbacks, if you like, or the specs from B Mountain. Lawmakers are, getting money behind the scenes. I mean, his sister, he has gone to Turkey. I mean, he's wrote a lot. That's a fallback to the whole B Mountain.
You gotta be fair. Many officials of government from Ellington to Weirton and even up to now, there are two countries that usually go to the same medication chip. That India and Turkey. Let me repeat. They say medical chip. So they go to India and they go to Turkey. That's a weak argument. I don't want to fire by that. Wait now.
So B Martin did not respond the visit.
It's not possible. It's not possible. That's not possible. That brother asked who chartered the flight for President Boyka. Then he asked who plane President Boyka rode to go to Foya. All the private jet charter. Let them be want to tell you the private institutions that funding the Foya project. And fighting. They will never say it. And it's a private company or other thing that B Martin.
So we got to pay.
They will never say. But Boyka Jaliba gave 4 oil black to the Nigerian criminal. Easy.
You call him a criminal?
You know what I mean? They flip that blood oil black. You know what happened here? You know what happened in the country?
But we didn't do due diligence. We sold a black to him.
You know what I mean? Then now you take the same oil black that everybody criticizes, even the media, including you people, you were criticizing that monitor you. Okay? Boyka Jaliba sat down and looked and took 4 oil blocks. That 8. The other one 4 to Total. But then look at the other easy. You took 4 and you gave it, you signed a document. What's the name you have? Including oil block from Grand Cape to Riverside. What came out benefiting?
So we have to
wait. Let me tell you this. And these guys are hypocrites. Our B Martin gave some money towards the Basa Jamal Festival. And they gave some money towards the soccer team. And it was serious or rejected.
Corporate social responsibility.
My brother, let me say this. Okay. But you see, you don't run a criminal to say something for him. No, the people you criticizing. So Maggie can come by and say, Maggie can say, well, you just wrote B Mountain and they give you $10,000 for the Basa Jamal Festival.
It was before.
And no, wait now.
$10,000 for the Basa Jamal Festival. They were criminals now.
No, that today,
So, fellow Liberians, home and abroad, again, we want to say thank you for your patience. Thank you for your presence. For those of you who are sharing, we want to say thank you so much for sharing. For those of you who are commenting, we want to say thank you so much. We have people watching us from various parts of the globe. When I'm calling name here, it's going to be limited because only the name that I'm seeing under the Palava Hut are the names I'm going to call. So there are others who are joining us from other platforms. So I don't want you to feel offended because I can't look at all of the platforms and see everybody. But again, I want to say welcome to all of you. We do appreciate your presence here and want to say thank you. You know, fellow Liberians, deception is one of the most dangerous and corrosive. I repeat, deception is one of the most dangerous and corrosive invader in any relationship or in any institution. Deception. I always tell people that it is better for people to know you for who you are, understand your weakness or your weaknesses, and they can better work with it, than to deceive them and put up a good behavior that you know you are not. At the end of the day, when people get to know that all along you've been deceptive, it is very difficult for them to really believe you and to open up. It is better for them to know who you really are. If people know your weaknesses or your weakness, they can easily be able to adjust themselves to your behavior. If people know that, for example, this is your weakness in this area, this is your weakness in this area, they will understand. When at the end of the day, those weaknesses are shown, they will understand. They will know because already they know who you are. But if you put up a deception, if you are very deceptive and you deceive people, and I like to say you are an angel, and you allow them to trust you for being an angel, and the next day you flip, it's very difficult for these people to be able to readjust their trust in you. It's very difficult. It's very hard. Sometimes you will not even get their trust again. Looking like you will not get it again. You will not get their trust. That's why I always tell people, be yourself. I was always told and I was trained to be myself. Let people understand my limitation. Let people know my faults. Let people know where, what I can do, what I can't do. So that at the end of the day, when they see that I cannot do this, they will know that, oh yeah, this other area that brings weakness, we understand. I am saying all of what I'm saying because, fellow Liberians, today, Joseph Numa Boyka and his gangs of criminals will not be forgiven by the Liberian people because they deceived the Liberian people. Because they put up a posture of who they are not when they were in opposition. Now that the reality have stepped in, it becomes very, very difficult for them to get the trust of the Liberian people. Look, when you see that most people, somebody say, why is it that people are not protesting? During President Weah we were protesting. Oh, during all that time we were protesting. Why is it that they are not protesting? In my mind, one of the reasons why I want to believe that people are not protesting, because the people have seen that this government is useless. I don't care how the protest, nothing will change. So some of them have sat down and said, no need for us to protest. Let's just wait and remove these idiots. Because I don't care how we protest, nothing will change. Because the people saw that under the regime of His Excellency President Dr. George Manuel Weah, when they raised the concern, when they protested that they wanted current, President Weah called his cabinet and said, we got to do something for these people. President Weah saw that when the people protested, that all things were tough. He called his economic team and said, my people, we got to do something about it. The people said, okay, what we'll do, let's start to subsidize rice.
Yes.
So that we can reduce the price.
Exactly.
When the people protested that the hospitals were not in good condition, what did President Weah do? Let's buy DNA machine. Let's buy, how you call, a dialysis machine and put it there.
Mhm.
So anytime the people raise concern, President Weah will call his team and say, we got to do something. When the people complain at the RRA, the RRA were in darkness, what did President Weah do? He said, we build one station here, one electricity station, one power grid we build here, we send for generator there, so that at the end of the day, we cannot experience what we are experiencing. So anytime there are concerns. President Weah will jump into it and say, let's take action. But it starts with Joseph Nima Boyka. When the people raise concern, Boyka gets angry and send his police to shoot at the people, to kill the people. Boyka is not concerned about the people concerned. No, he doesn't care about it. The people concerned that the cost of living is too high. Joseph Nima Boyka say, you're sitting there. Where you're paying 10%, I will carry to 13%. The people complain that look, my people, the health system is damaging. Because it's damaging, your way are coming. The Ministry of Health put up a memo and say when you woman, you go into the hospital to go give birth, you pay $160. When you go in there for other treatment, you will do this. So anytime the people complain, what can I say? I'm coming for you. I will add it up. No, I am speaking facts. This is not propaganda we're talking. The facts. When the people raise concern that these how you call companies, these how you call mobile companies, it is getting expensive. You put your money there, they take your money there. That you know what Boyka did? Boyka say, okay, we'll come and carry the tariff up. We carry the tariff up. My people, when the people raise concern at the Ministry of Transport, they say, look, things are tough. The transport is not doing this, it's not doing that. Things are increasing. You know what Boyka did? He said, okay, I'm coming for you. I will get you now to LT and waiting Liberia transport LTMR something like that. I will give it to
LTN,
private company. Thank you,
LTN.
LTM. I will give it to LTN so you can pay more. So anytime the people complain, Boyka say, I'm coming for you. Hey, I say, you're crazy. I'm coming for you. So the people have lost trust. They have lost hope in this particular government. But fellow Liberians, we'll discuss a lot. On this note, I want to welcome my own brother Jake. My brother Jake, how are you, sir?
Yes, a good brother, and you
Well,
are good.
my brother.
And to the followers, always respect and salute. Your help to share this video. Sharing is free. Always the debate is on. We got to pull the debate on them.
Definitely.
So, Prince said it in the intro. The president cannot listen. If I cow, but like her, one thing I like in the whole scenario that grew in the country. Probably some people will say the quietness of George Weah. You're not even taking part. You're looking at it. You do whatsoever you want, but you think that the president will stir anything up. No, the president is not stirring nothing up. So you gotta do it yourself. So I like his quietness for now, Rich. Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
Thank you so much, my brother Jake. Again, fellow Liberians, we want to appeal to you to kindly hit for us the share button, share with friends, share with family members. Let us have a wonderful time here. Let's discuss what we are supposed to discuss. And let's have a good, a very good time. Please. My brother Jake, something is happening in our country and we are overlooking it. The Guinean government has intensified their grip on the border between Liberia and that of Guinea.
Yeah. Uh,
Intensify. They have intensified their grip on the Solombe border. We are overlooking this thing, but it is getting worse. It is getting terrible, fellow Liberians. I want to play you this video and I want you to watch it. When we say these things, sometimes people feel that we are joking or, that politics we play. No, we're not playing no politics here. The reality we're talking about. I want to play you this. Let me just bring it here. I want to play you this. And I want you to watch this The Guinean government, they are not taking this thing for a play. They are not taking it for a play. The statement that was used by the incompetent, unqualified, uncouth, very uncivilized, and immature vice president, the Guineans are not playing with it. They are not playing. The statement of the vice president has been seen as a declaration of war, and Guinea is in preparedness. I can tell you this. Our sources in Guinea have told us that Liberians now in Guinea, it is terrible time for them. The Guineans authority that have identified Liberians, they are watching them with eagle eyes, and they are almost like on the spotlight on them. You see, when we said it here day before yesterday, that the statement of this particular incompetent vice president will put Liberians in danger, people thought our phone were playing. They thought we're joking. Guinea is about to send another batch of Liberians home. I communicated with a guy this morning, early this morning, while coming from work. The guy said, Prince, I said yes. He's a Liberian who has lived in Guinea for years. In fact, he has a family in Guinea. The guy said, Prince, our government have caused a very big problem for us. We are almost like on the radar now of the Guinean authority. They are watching us. They are marking us. The guy is a businessman. He said, before we'll go free, we'll do our business, whatever. He said now it's like the people have a secret service behind us. When they know that you are a Liberian, a permanent Liberian, they have secret service behind you. They get people following you. They get people watching you. The guy said, since this thing happened, they get people watching us. And to add insult to injury, the thing the vice president said, my brother, he said, I might be closing 2 of my businesses because people are now after us now. Say the people are after us. I want to play a video here, my brother Jake. I want to play this video. My people, I want you to watch this video. The people, they've intensified their manpower to the extent that the president himself, the Guinean president himself, has given direct order and said, go there. You'll go take siege. Giving them the flag and say, you'll go and plant the flag. Any attempt, do the unthinkable or do what is right. Let me play you this video here. Let me play you this video. This is the Guinean president directly giving the flag to the commander and giving him a direct instruction. Here is it. He called the other guy up. You see, according to the information, this particular guy, he called the other guy up. After giving this command, just watch. You see that? Giving direct command. And called the other guy up. Let me carry it back so you can see it.
Mute.
Et votre dévouement sont plus précieux que jamais. Je vous confie le drapeau, qui est à la fois un symbole pour le départ de ce dernier contingent de soldats guinéens. Le président de la République est venu en personne remettre le drapeau à ces vaillants guerriers. Dans un ton plein d'engagement et de détermination, le chef de l'État, Mamadi Doumbouya, remet le tricolore national en ces termes. Citation. Vous, soldats de Guinée, vous êtes le symbole de notre unité. de notre force et de notre résilience. En ce temps où notre patrie fait face à des défis, votre engagement et votre dévouement sont plus précieux que jamais. Je vous confie le drapeau, qui est à la fois un symbole, mais aussi la responsabilité.
Now, I want to stop here. My brother Jake, the people are not taking this for play. They are not taking it for play. We talk about it, but there is a need for us to talk about it again, to expand on it, educate our people. The danger that the vice president's statement, of course, for Liberians that are living in Guinea, and even for us that are living in Liberia, how this thing has heaped up the tension. My brother Jake, I want to hear from you. People
Let
are
me
listening to us. I was surprised. The guy who called me is from Guinea. He said, Prince, we follow your shoe religiously in Guinea here. But let's hear from you, my brother Jake.
let me say something to the followers here. You have to share this video. Just share the video, please. If you never share our video before, share the video. If the Unity Party people sit there, whosoever they won't criticize, they criticize. But the reality is the reality. You cannot deviate from the reality. Let me say something to you. Followers, I told you from the beginning on this platform, we don't preach propaganda. We don't relay video. And why we holding the Unity Party? They can mash it because why? That's a debate. Without spreading propaganda, we all abuse, where most people experience the Liberian Civil War. Please, there's a serious war going on in Mali, Liberia. They call it the Traore. A military leader took part. He took the mantle authority in Mali. Mali is a military junta. The country ruled by a military junta. A certain group now, the waging war in Mali. You all know the story. You can go on social media. You can go on the media institution in Mali. You will hear that reality. So let me say something to you people. Weak Unity Party government. Weak. Prince, this guy came doing us as a military. He came and seized power and became a military leader. Then after they had an election, he won the election. Dumoya know Liberia story. I told you people here, he was a small guy, small boy at that time during the Liberian Civil War. Dumoya know about the Liberian episode. You know how radical and ruthless that war was. How thousands of people lose their life. And Liberians went in Guinea as refugees during the war. He's not stranger to it. An old man, his father, the papa for him and George Weah, Conte. They know about the Liberian Civil War. They saw the boy not stranger to the Liberian Civil War or that terrain or the West African region. You know what made Liberians? You know what made our vice president was bold to make this statement? Let me send you to video quick. I said when we were breaking ground on around the Bull Waterside area for that corridor, for that road, I said it here before. I said I'm gonna go to video. Mother Bio man the podium or Sierra leader man the podium while breaking ground for them to talk about groundbreaking ceremony. He threw Dumuya under the bus. He started talking about borders and other things there. Nobody owned this, nobody owned this. So go to the video. Jeremiah Kuhn and the president were sitting inside each other. They were uncomfortable. But I don't know why our vice president, not the president of the republic. You see me, you're working along with the president. You follow the president agenda and policy. You're the vice president. He brought you on his ticket before the Liberia people elected you. Then you man on EFBC. Well, we get a lot of Guineans in Liberia that play loyalty to Dumuya. Then you make that ugly statement that you get 2 or 3 men that can go take villages in Guinea. Are you joking? Are you beating war drum? For what reason? That was beside that, Liberians, you're going to think outside of the box. Some think why the vice president made that statement with all the president knowing. Why the president and Marabio went to Guinea, Liberians, met the Guinean president. You saw that video, you saw that ceremony. The president came back. He never told Liberian people anything concerning. He never discussed fully what they met for. So when I'm asking the Guinean leader, those in Guinea, podcaster them, we pray that Dumoya should address this situation. Say, there is the reason across the border in Liberia. On your soil, there is the reason to clarify everything. Now, our vice president making a kind of update declaration that you want name people. Even Gonglo criticized it too. Today, Gonglo criticized it. If the legislature had a span, they are puppet. You can subpoena the vice president and ask him questions. You're the first branch of government. You cannot subpoena the vice president. Look at the statement you made. Who are the men you're talking about that will cross the Guinea and capture Guinea's town? You know the story about this country? Wait, Prezo, you think Dumuya didn't know that he was allied with Prince Johnson? You think Dumuya don't know that Jeremiah couldn't keep on the United Party ticket because of Prince Johnson? What's Prince Johnson, Liberia? It's a warlord. Dumuya know about Prince Johnson? The whole Guinea know about Prince Johnson? It's an ally to the Prince Johnson that they brought on the United Party ticket. So why he made that kind of statement? It will not sound right with the whole hierarchy of the Dumuya government. No. As we speak, as you said, praying, they get security on security, they get spy in Liberia from Guinea. That facts. You're being denied your business, giving information, everything. Guineans living in Liberia, they are spy, working for the Guinean government. You think Guinea want for anybody to pass through the Liberian border to infiltrate them? What happening in Mali as we speaking? Why did the borders not seal? Any vulnerable Guineans can just pay, come with money and arm and things, say, let's pass through Liberia to wage war on Dumuya. So Dumuya know what he's talking. Dumuya know what he's doing. How the relationship in the meeting just broke up, just break? That's the question we should ask. But Prince, I will say this to you. Only one person can interfere into this whole thing is George Weah. He's an opposition leader. He's the biggest opposition leader, you're lucky or not. He can meet the Guinean counterpart. He's an opposition leader because he's part of the old man he respected when Dumuya replaced Conti. That's a scene. All of the scene. So I will urge the president, the former president, for peace to restore in that region. As an opposition leader, you can meet other leaders around the world. So if the president, if this is getting serious, I hope the president the former president can intervene because it's a means of peace.
I want to play this. You know, when Joseph Nyuma Boyka was in his campaign mode, he referred to President Weah as a little boy, as a child,
Mm-hmm.
in the sense of someone who is immature, someone who does not understand governance, the politics of the day, and etc. You see, every negative thing that Joseph Nyuma Boyka said is exactly what he is doing or is coming back at him.
Yes.
He referred to President Weah as a child. But the decision that President Weah took while in office, they were all mature decisions to impact people's life, to transform Liberia. Today, the man who claimed that he is not a child and he will be working with experienced people, look at the utterances that is coming from them, including the president himself. This was a man who insulted diaspora Liberians. This was a man who said, Ghana making new land again when people land were being taken over by the military forcefully. There's a man who said, well, Liberian people, man, you can bear too much. Are these statements not immature? Are these statements not completely below the belt of an elderly man who claimed to understand governance? Today, the childishness that they label the CDC-led government for, today is what we are seeing from them. It's what we are seeing from them. This is the most childish, incompetent government ever we have seen. Listen to the vice president. And I want to, the reason why I'm pointing this out, because people in Guinea, Liberians, are afraid. They are living in fear. The guy told me, he said, Prince, after he called me, he said, Prince, I call our radio station where we used to contribute on Stanton. I call him. I hope you'll be able to flag it out on his platform. But this is what this guy said. My people, look, this is fearful. Let's listen here. Let's listen.
Now, hold up. I got updated every day. Look, I hear people say, yeah, the Guinea got a huge military and this and that, blah, 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 can't make it. We got fighting forces here beside the army. I can cause me 2-3% can cross in the morning.
Now, I want you to listen to this, my brother Jake. Are fighting forces here beside the army. Look, this statement is very dangerous. It means that Liberia, we are not safe. Listen to what the idiot talking you.
No investor will go Liberia.
We are fighting forces beside the army. As far as we are concerned, the only legitimate institution that is supposed to defend, protect our integrity are the people then who in the security sector. But the vice president is now confirming that they got fighting forces here.
He's saying get update.
They got update of fighting forces. You see, remember when Joseph Numa Boyka said, if we now win the election here, there will be no Liberia. Y'all remember one time Benena Ure said Joseph Numa Boyka was involved in some kind of armed deal where they took arm and gave it to people and they were keeping arm. I get a video. Y'all remember that video? When Joseph Numa Boyka, when Benena Ure said they had some men to destabilize the country. I will play that video. Listening to what this guy is saying, let me carry this back. We'll connect all of the video. We'll take our own time.
Yeah, we'll put all the time. Yes, it's real.
Listen to this.
Now, hold up. I got updated every day. Look,
every day.
I hear people say, yeah, the Guinea got a huge military and this and that, blah, 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 can't make it. We got fighting forces here beside the army. I can cause me 2-3% can cross in the morning to capture one whole city.
We got fighting forces beside the army. My brother, is this not scary to you? We got fighting forces here beside the army. Is this not worrisome to you?
Prince,
is this not a threat to even the opposition? They got fighting forces beside the army. Who are those fighting forces that this idiot is talking about? Because as far as we are concerned, 14 years ago, the war has been over. People who were engaged in battles, they have been, somebody will say demobilized, disarmed, and as far as we are concerned, they are reintegrated into society. For this vice president to come and say, we get fighting forces. My brother, why I connect this video, let's hear from you.
The Liberians, they got really one power. You can know desperately Jeremiah can one power. As vice president, anything happen to the president, he's the next president of the republic. He's doing everything possible. Please, I see why George will give on the election. Liberians, you put the pieces together now. We're putting all the puzzles together now. A reality. I see why George will relinquish power to these people. Because they wanted to put the country back in the dark days. And George knew it. the security apparatus, all of them today are benefiting from the country, that benefiting from the United Party. The Prince Johnson, the chief of staff at that time, will make a statement where a lot of opposition were telling him when Georgia will order the country Liberians, they will overthrow the government. When he went to Qatar during the World Cup, they will overthrow the government. They were sending a lot of messages. Then Zianga also, all of them rewarded. Zianga was the defense minister under George Weah. All of them today, who is Zianga name? All of them rewarded. So the whole security apparatus was compromised. They were double agent. All of them were working against the president because of the same people today. See, Prince Johnson knew everything. That when the election kind of go the other way around, they have fighting forces. He get update every day. Who are the fighting forces beside AFL? We are the fighting forces. What? So, when I told you, I said there will be nothing they call 2029 Liberians. You remember my video there? I said it on everywhere. I said it. Now they're letting the cat out of the bag, small. 2029. I tell it before, either make Liberia or break Liberia. 2029. Because the United Party will never want to relinquish power back to George Weah. They don't say so. They don't say one ugly statement in the video. You all know it. Oh, we get power now. You think you get power, you let it go slip. You think we'll get power and let it give it out? These are the statements these guys are making everywhere. You're taking it for a joke. We are the crossroad. 2029, either make Liberia or break Liberia. Let me ask your followers. During the protest, during the Molu stand protest, you don't see all the new ammunition with the police, with Greg Como police. Imagine Greg Como get all that ammunition. Where it coming from? It comes from Turkey. The same Beer Mountain people breaking arm and ammunition. You're feeling forgetting about Turkey's story? You're feeling forgetting the country they call Turkey? One of the powerful forces in Europe? We are the crossroad. Listen, Prince, I will say this. The CDC got to put that out together. Or else to grab our own power. The United Party will never want to relinquish power. That is reality. They love power. They believe that the country is for them. See, all of them in the corridor of the country, threatening everybody. Nobody can peacefully protest, taking people from taking position. The rule of law has been broken down. The Constitution has been they demean the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. The president don't respect the Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia. Everything going on, going in the way they want it. It's a dictatorship now going on in the country. See how the vice president speaking. He get up, they get fighting forces. That 2 or 3 men can cross from Guinea and capture places in Guinea. So what? And don't you hearing these things? You won't hear BC get Liberians in Guinea. Guinea breaking. Marabio, other than the in connection with this team. They want to stay. But question here, why they beating war drum? Why they signing war drum? They don't want to relinquish power. They want to do something beyond 2029, that when the country in the crisis, there'll be no election. Liberians, that's why they thinking on, because they know they cannot win George out of the ballot box. But they lie. They lie. They like it, they preach all the war drum. The CDC need to wake up. I told Liberians here, the 2029 election in Liberia will depend on the 2028 election in America. I know what I'm saying. 2028 American election will determine Liberia 2029. If that country will be stable, if Liberia will be stable, it depends on the election in America to 2029. We'll put our pieces together. I would tell the president, the former president, I will lay all a watching for him to do. We were listening and no sedition. I've seen it here. They will stop me from saying it. I will lay the proof. I will lay it. So it will be like a blueprint for me to the president. I say, hey, this is my blueprint. Read it. This is why you would. This is step you should take. I live in the Western world. I'm a whistleblower.
You know,
They
my
can
brother
never
Jake,
hijack the state. They can never hijack that country. That.
Jake, this is what I'm just thinking about and putting these
Mm-hmm.
videos together.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when these guys were in opposition, DeLon said the government, including the president, will not know where arm will come from.
Yes.
He said it, he's on record. Even Yeke
Yes.
today, Yeke is on record of saying they get armed. Costa is also on record
Record.
of also saying that he will order people, they will shoot, they get armed. All of these guys, they have a consistent record of telling the Liberian people when they were in opposition, they know where arm will come from. The Liberian people don't know where arm will come from. The government don't know where arm. All of them are on record. This statement from this vice president that he's been briefed,
Yeah, finish first. Finish, yeah.
that he's been briefed, they're fighting forces. These were the people who were accusing the CDC-led government of getting Sabu unit, getting the other unit, getting the other unit. These were the people that were harboring dangerous species in our country to destabilize. But they were always accusing, oh, Jefferson Tamakoji get zebra people, the other people then get Bohe people, they get this people, they get that people. Look, this unity party is a dangerous party. Very dangerous. These guys are very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. These guys are warmonger. That's who they are. They are not afraid to commit crime and cause problem. That's who they are. For this vice president to utter this thing, fellow Liberian, look, I'm not even talking about the Guinea thing. Let's put the Guinea business one side. But if these guys are telling you that they get fighting forces, they could use that fighting forces to destabilize our country so that they can be there. Listen to this. We'll take our own time on there. We're running nowhere. Listen to this.
I got updated every day. Look, I hear people say, yeah, the Guinea got a huge military and this and that, blah, 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 can't make it. We got fighting forces here beside the army. I can't cause of me. 2-3% can cross in the morning.
They got fighting forces beside the army. This is deep. And we are calling on the international community to listen very well. That's why we play this today. Our focus will be on this. We got fighting forces. These guys are brave enough to use these same fighting forces that they are talking about to cause serious problem, to even assassinate political leaders.
Yes.
These they think that Jeremiah could talking, they get fighting forces. They can use those fighting forces to be able to destabilize and cause serious problem in Liberia there. These guys that you're looking at, the desperation of these guys, do not overlook it. They got fighting
But Prince,
forces.
where when they put our country at war, you think where he will live? Where he will come outside? Where the peace we enjoy today, where United Nations, the war, spend billions of dollars for the peace. Then the so-called vice president, had affiliation with Prince Johnson that he would say, listen, he can threaten Guinea, but to threaten our peace, to put that country back in, what place he will live, all the money he acquiring, all the wealth he acquiring here now, what place he and his family will live, that America they will live, he dreaming. He dreaming. That days are over, Chris. That day, you call chaos in the country because of your political greed. And Joe Biden relinquish power to you, even disturbing you. That Joe Biden to be bitter. Seriously better in the corridor lobbying for all this ugly behavior there. But you're getting mental authority now. You're not satisfied. You're in all kind of shady corruption deeds. Be a mountain this side, this home. You're putting army in that country. Prince, let me tell you, Prince, la Bible la brand or low some that why is the prophet not respected that Prince, I'm a complete whistleblower here. I want to boast on the thing. But if one not get Prince, I seen it again. 2028 election in America will determine la Bureau 20. You put me on record. They can never. Jeremiah could have nothing to threaten the Republic of Liberia. You know nothing. Prince, I want to expose some things on a platform. No, I would leave it. I would leave it here. Georgia is a darling of the West. You get people in how Jeremiah Kun, he yet that the same man I look at Joy is a common citizen. I remember seriously. Let me tell a sedition. Let me tell you here now. You'll never share this video. You must share to the president. Say that the bomb talking. Mr. President, former president, upgrade your security. You must get so loyalists around you. Loyalists from your tribal side. It doesn't matter because the country is a tribal country. Yeah. All the Lofian guys, they got over 50 Lofian in the country. They are all ministers, deputy this. This the lane back to tribal the tribal lane. No matter how you can tell your stupidness on the platform, that your business will get taken. They have brought it back they have brought it back in Liberia. So Joria Magas so loyalist when people that are willing to share, to die with him anytime. Mr. President, upgrade your security to highest level. Don't be vulnerable in the country. Let me say something to you. Let me say something to the followers. A renowned Japanese leader, prime minister called Shinzo Abe. You mo Google it or you mo fact check anything I'm saying. You mo go on YouTube. He was assassinated in the square. Shinzo Abe was he was building Japan to another level. The opposition still on rhetoric and thing. They assassinated. He was giving a speech, a campaign rally in the open place. They killed Shinzo Abe. It's a poison to Donald J. Trump. See what happened in America recently. We shouldn't take this joy where I got to buffer your security. Do not embark on counter tour. Not time. The election time you embark on your counter tour. I'm appealing to you every day. This is my plea. Buffer your security. And one of the biggest things you must buffer your security, Mr. President, are your fucking church. Are your church you don't go to preach. Are your church. You must always don't let no stranger enter your church. We are at the crossroad. The United Party can do anything for power, Prince. And the only man sinning, I told you, Prince, nobody sinning. Not coming that kekele. I say so. They may say you don't pay salary, that last. The kekele. Only joy we are sinning against a United Party rule. That's the only man they are afraid of.
Let's play this again as we go on. Let's play this. We gotta complete this. Let's play this and listen to this.
Yeah,
This
let's complete
is
it. Yeah, the particular one.
this is a threat to national security. If you are looking for people who are threatening
Now, yeah,
national security, that they may
he's
supposed to be arrested.
that
And you want to
they
tell me
need to
that
be
Liberia is
arrested.
a briefing ground for fighting forces? That what you're telling us now? Now you can see why the Guineans are taking
Yeah,
the stand that they are taking. But let's
yeah,
go
we
ahead. Let's
do.
play this.
They capture one more city in some country. Yeah. It happened here, we know. But one more city in some country are fighting forces here beside the army. I can cause me 2-3 persons can cross in the morning, they capture one more city in some country. Yeah. It happened here, we know. But how did it help us?
You hear him? 2-3 persons can cross and capture whole city.
La people from Nima, that the people from Nima,
this is
the
not
people from
just
Nima.
this is not just only dangerous between Liberia and that of Guinea, but also to West Africa. Other West African leaders, or let's say other Mano River Union leaders that are listening. This is a terrible sign. What are you saying? Because the first thing is when you are telling people that you have men, with the exception of the army. Remember now, a country where the unemployment is about 90%. Now you
Yes.
can see why the armed robbery is on the increase. Because no, that's not according to me. We are just analyzing. If you get a country where you get other people who are not part of the military, but they are well trained, 3% can take over a whole city, you won't get job for them. Job you not get for them. Internally, we even get correct security. Then you can see that other West African nations around us are also vulnerable. Because when people don't have job, what do? When people don't have anything to sustain themselves, they become vulnerable. They can be used at any time for any reason. So you see what the vice president is telling us? Basically, now the vice president is telling us that look, Liberia is a briefing ground. We get people here who are willing, who can be used. We get mercenaries in Liberia, according to what the vice president said. That's not me talking, me. The vice president saying. They make other neighboring countries now to be afraid. I mean, other countries are seriously afraid.
But Prince, the legislature can call the vice president, can subpoena the vice president.
Look, let me tell you something, my
They can
people.
subpoena
This is
the
not
vice
a joke.
president.
This is not a joke. This is very serious. You are talking about the man who is privileged to security intel. That's why he told us he
Yes.
is privileged to intelligent information.
Yes, they brief them every day.
They brief them every day. So it means these people, they have people in our country that they think they can use to not only destabilize Liberia, to not only destabilize Guinea, but also can destabilize even other vulnerable African countries because these people are not on salary. Hey, they are not on payroll. We even get job for the people. Then say, "Who now? How you call the people say who go to school? We get job for them. The one who are trained, the military who are trained. You even get correct salary and payment for them. Opportunity you get for them. So talk about the ones that this man, vice president, is talking about. Talk about those that the vice president is talking about. Those people that he's saying, they're fighting forces. Just think about it.
It destroys us more.
Just think about
it. Got fighting forces here beside the army.
Beside the army.
Cause of me.
Can cause on
2-3% can cross in the morning to capture one whole city in some country.
In some country. He was not even specific in some countries. So when other people are listening around Africa, what running through their mind about Liberia?
Yeah, Liberia is a breeding ground for mercenary, according to the vice president.
Fellow Liberian, this is not politics.
But who cares? Who cares that they're talking about politics here? Who cares? We're talking about what country is in.
This man, if care is not taken, if that statement is not adequately looked at, he will put Liberians' life in problem. Like Guinea Ray, somebody just called me. He said, Prince, the people watching with eagle eyes. Who know other nations? Where we just from war. Right now, there are people who stay, when they see us, all they reflect on that the wartime. There are people who, when they see us, Liberian, so Liberia, the first thing some of them, their mind can run on is the war. Then the vice president using this kind of statement.
But Prince, I'm cutting you off. Famous ball naked saves ruin in the country. You see the Liberian, you see the foreigner, you know about ball naked video and everything there. He stay in the country in the whole corridor. Then he link with the United Party. Ball naked link with the United Party. So they know who say people on social media easy these days. Who link with the United Party? So what then? Now he making a kind of statement. The followers here want to take our politics as a business, but we're talking about the sector about land, which explained 14 years civil war. We don't want to go by in that dark days. So our grant for missionaries now. Why? Why the vice president will make this statement in Liberia? And I mean, who condemned this man first before we discussing it here? A politician, a renowned Tewon Gongo from Nima County, Nima brother. You see a message on social media. Prince, if the legislature has span and they want set record, or they can subpoena the vice president for questioning. He not above the law. You see the charge you care for statement. These are the statements that charge the vice president for. This statement is dummy. It's dangerous than your statement.
Very, very.
Guinea gets Soyo. You threaten another neighboring country. You even consult the president. You consult the president of the Republic of Liberia. The president aware that you made a kind of statement. Why you in me up? Why you want you acting like you the president of the Republic of Liberia now? You the vice president. You see, when you see why Gafan don't get this guy changed, you see that the guy is equal for power. You see why the Unity Party don't be blocking him. You see why the Unity Party fear of this particular man. I said a lot of division within the Unity Party.
My brother, you just lead us to our next topic. The president, Mr. Boyka, has been trying to do something to change the narrative. He said to us that when he was vice president on Madam Ellen Johnson's elite, he was a race car that was parked.
Yes.
So in his mind, under his watch, under his leadership, he don't want his vice president to be a race car.
To be parked. Yeah.
He has given this vice president 3 different assignments without any results to show as of date. The first one was, Mr. Vice President, head this particular economic reform to ensure that the basic issues in Liberia, especially the bread and butter issue, that they are resolved. With the hope that this vice president will bring an idea, a recommendation that will reduce the high cost of living. But since this man was appointed, if you observe, my brother, there are things that have been happening. Increase in taxes, where they say you'll be paying taxes on Facebook for your Facebook. Kobosha will be paying taxes. The other people will be paying taxes. The other people will be paying taxes, including wheelbarrow men and all will be paying taxes when you walk on the road. Look, I mean, basically, the prices of our basic commodity is on the increase. The more this guy is almost like the president tried to give him a kind of leverage or to give him a space, is the more we see things just increasing. Recently, we saw from the how you call it, the cultural, the Ministry of Information, Culture Affairs and Tourism, that content creator then come and start paying taxes. Content creator, we saw it there. They come and start paying taxes. Houses come and start paying taxes. They get no job. Our people are still struggling of job, but they say they will increase taxes. So up to now, the vice president has not been able to solve that issue. They're pouring over yellow machine. The yellow machine stock in Ivory Coast. Up to now, it has not reached. The ones that we have, we can hear about it. They say another one going sorely. A cutting contract there. The president also gave this man another assignment and say, you know what, this concession business, you be the go-to person for the government. Look at this concession. Let's sit down, let's look at it and see what we need to do. While talking about this concession, the president called. Remember when he appeared on air, the video that we played, he made the Liberian people to understand that everything he was saying, the president was aware. He briefed the president before even going on air, before even talking what he was saying. In less than no time, after going on air with this particular Putu Mountain, the AML people, this you call Putu Iron Ore and stuff like that, the president called and said, my man, put hot to it. From what we are gathering, and this is factual information, and we're always telling you, the fight is on with the vice president, the team of Gaffwan, and the other guys. Gaffwan and the other men who believe that they are unity party people and they must benefit from everything, believe that this vice president is running too fast. That the president is entrusting him with so many things. So they are fighting. They in their mind, they're trying to strangulate him. This is the reason why when he make move, they try to do what they can do. Also, the vice president too is fighting back to the extent that he is pushing his people. So there is a deep rift. Of recent, when he gave the vice president this particular new assignment to look at these concessions, sit around the table with these people and come up with something very reasonable that will benefit the people of Liberia. Others in the Unity Party are not feeling fine because they said this vice president is a stranger. He doesn't know what he's doing. And he should not be the one. So they call the president and say, Mr. President, you're running more than your shadow. Stop that. This man should not be the one doing this. The pressure roused the president to the extent that Joseph Newman Boyka want to call and say, you pull her to everything. And Brother Jake, I want to hear from you. Do you think this in-house fight is actually having an impact on our people? Do you think it is affecting every sector of our society with this kind of fight that is going on? In fact, now it is visible now. Before we're talking about unbelievable, now it's visible. President will tell you, say, do something. The next day, you can't say, no, don't do it. People can't do their own thing. My brother, let's hear from you. You think this is having an effect on people?
Probably some of my message coming to reality. I told you people here, I said by 2027 to 2028, there'll be serious fighting. It started a long time, but you'll see people jumping shit, Prince. Followers, you'll see people jumping shit. I told you the reason. Because the Unity Party, most of the members in the executive branch of government or in the government didn't get money yet. It's just 2 years plus they're going to 3 years. They're waiting to get that'd be 4 years. They have secured a lot of money. They would jump shit. You think 2029? You think what even Baka won't partake in the election? You'll be 86 years old Liberians. You look at all the 86 years old around the world. When you win, what will be the vice president will be the president directly. So you think they will retain the vice president? They will not retain. Prince, you will see real political strategy in Liberia by 2028. That vice president, you running ahead of himself. Look at the kind of demeaning statement that he's making. They may not know how to talk. They don't know how to compose themselves. They may be anxious for power. Seriously. But you see how the man throw Prince Joseph on the bus? The own godfather. He never had, the videos are there. The old man complained. All of them were also in the war crime court seriously to come against Prince Johnson. All that frustration. He died by the wayside. So Prince, you think the real hierarchy of the Unity Party they know what's the vice president. They know the vice president. That Prince Johnson brought the vice president to the table. They know deeply. He was aligned with the CDC. He had time with the CDC in his party. He worked. They had that relationship. The people know deeply. A vice president Damiara couldn't get a relationship with the CDC. And there's not inheriting a reality before they brought it on the table. So they trust him that in any minute he can become anything can happen, he can become president. Then you crumble the Unity Party. As he become president, all these guys are working presently. He will silence all of them. I'm gonna keep that video in case anything happened to the president. Because when I be found out minister, the CPF people will be changed. You will bring so loyalists from Nima County. The people you're talking about, you get a lot of the special forces that you're talking about again, capture standing. Where they coming from? Most of them in Nima County. You think what kind of country you're talking about? This man is more trouble. You don't know. Tribalism on a serious level now. He doing anytime that man gains on power, the whole United Party cardboard is done. He will destroy all of them. He will 30 years grip on power. He's young. Jeremiah Cohen is young. He's 40 something or going to 50s. He's young. He will 30. You don't see dictatorship. You don't see dictatorship. You think Jeremiah Cohen, when I even taste power, yeah, he running ahead of himself. Then when he takes power, he become president of the Republic of Liberia. They would say, yeah, Jake, you said a long time ago. You don't see dictator in Africa. You think you will relinquish power? You think you will allow free and flow election? No. He just waiting in the wind, waiting seriously. And the old man should be seriously feeble. Then he holds on power. The whole cardboard of the Unity Party. The Tata hierarchy will suck out of there. He will put his own player. He will put loyalists around him. See, you see what he having what most of them having affiliation with him. Let me remind your followers why Costa was angry when Jeremiah Kun was coming on the ticket. You ask yourself that question. Why Costa was in America when he heard that Prince Johnson was bringing Jeremiah Kun to the ticket? Why he fled? Insulting Jeremiah Kun and in Boyo in days, in him past setup. Because you know why Liberians? I'm going to take out of the bus because Costa knew the president medical record during the opposition time. He knows everything I will speak. Why the United Party? Costa, their video insulting Joseph Hima Bwaka. Why they reward him diamond license? Go on diamond license. Because he knows that anything can happen to the president. Costa might even believe that president, you think what, let me ask Liberia, you think what Costa John Shea to CDC during the election, the second round? Because Costa never believed that the president will live to this until now. Because he knew the old he knew seriously the old medical record. So that why he went against Jeremiah Cohen. You see what the silence Yeke, the silence all of them, what they silence in Costa, that Costa reaping the benefit. They just tell you, say, don't talk. Be on your money story. Whatsoever you earn that in. The hard today, the hero, the so-called hero, like people so calling the hero. He quiet, he mute, because they know where they place him. He will never talk in Liberian politics until maybe probably 2028, going to the end, probably. But for now, imagine they seeing God, they seeing Costa, he gets small alignment with Jeremiah Kun. He's still doing business with Jeremiah Kun. Costa get photos upon photos, present photo with Jeremiah Kun, because Costa, Prince Dickens are preparing, Jeremiah Kun is preparing himself that he can go, he can seize as the old man, rather seriously feeble. As the years going, he believe he can become president. And the United Party don't want to allow it.
What is even visible, thank you. What is even visible is that the desperation of these guys is harming the Liberian people. It's affecting the Liberian people seriously. The vice president is on this spree of trying to see how Belty can build his cycle. Look at quite recently what happened. You know the Welfare Bangura issue. He was indicted by the asset recovery. The people say they're recovering assets. They put a name on listing. They say he was also one of those who were involved. Immediately upon the intervention of the vice president, they removed Welfare Bangura name from on the listing. And guess what happened? Welfare Bangura now, he said he left Musa Belete Party. He said he gone to the movement for them MDC or so. the Prince Johnson party. Now he is speaking for Jeremiah Kuhn. He has become a bad boy now for Jeremiah Kuhn.
They know.
That's why we continue to tell the Liberian people, look, when you are with the Unity Party, they will protect you even if you commit crime in the broad daylight. They'll protect you. They will defend you. They will say what you did was right. They will give you an accolade for committing a crime. You see, this is how dangerous our nation has become. Where when you align with the system, you can commit crime. It's okay. When you are aligned with the system, they can find a way to give you leverage. Look at how you call Atta, who was also part of this particular, who they accused of being part of this, how you call also Atta, blah, 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 and all the other things. You can see her going to court. Who always you see going to court? Not fanatical for them. They dragging the court, even though you get no issue against them. Now it is clear that the whole thing was just political. But look at what happened. No, look at what happened. All of those who are aligned with the Unity Party, it's almost like they have a certificate to commit any crime and walk away with impunity. The guys are not looking at the substantive issue that they promised the Liberian people that they were going to look at. You know, my brother, there is something here that I want to bring to our attention. It's not me. It's Joseph Newman Boyka himself that said it. We are searching. We are looking to see, to hear whether these things they've been done by Joseph Newman Boyka. The arrest agenda, the whole arrest agenda that they're talking about. Let's go to the website of the executive mansion and ask ourselves, all of the things that they promise, where are those things? Have they been able to deliver one? Joseph Newman Boyka told us, sometimes we even need to go all these things. Joseph Newman Boyka told us that healthcare will be of a major concern. Everybody in our country there, they will ensure that everybody have the opportunity to go to hospital without any doubt. And you will not be
free insurance.
Free insurance, that's what Boyka said. That's what Mr. Boyka told the Liberian people. He said he will give us a dignified living. Now, this is the voice of Boyka. This is Boyka.
They'll market when they should be in school. They should be in school. We will not allow those young ladies to go in the street whole day yourself. The money you make can't even buy rice. We can't do it. We want to put dignity on our people. And that's why we're here. That's the mission we have. And I can assure you, if you check your calendar, it's exactly 4 months from today. Today's the 10th, right? When is the election? You start checking. 4 months to the date. After 4 months, you will see a new Liberia coming up. You see a Liberia that will give you hope. You see a Liberia where corruption will be a thing of the past.
You seeing there? You hearing it for yourself? This is Mr. Boyka. No, this is not us. This is Boyka telling us that corruption will be the thing of the past. That our children will not have to be on the street selling. That our women, our sisters, our mothers, they will not have to sell on the street. This is Boyka's own word. This is not our word. But ask yourself, where are we now? Where are we now as we speak? Where are we? You're talking about the healthcare? Listening to Liberians, what they are telling you. No, not listen to all. This is not Liberian.
The machine said they can go on half or a breakdown. You go because of gather folk like in the name. Some are living destined. I think that you sick, then you get them back. Folk like in the next city to go send out to hospital until in the morning you send out there and they say you will tell you no material or they will not treat you for that day. So your country, our help, really need your help.
That just like you boy can honor his regime. The dialysis machine, they get talking, get say it break down, it's poor. But these people can look at millions of dollars and use it on car. They can look at millions of Liberian dollars, thousands of US dollars, sorry. And they will use it on traveling expense. When the machines at JFK are broken, when our children are in harm's way, Jake, this is terrible. Liberians continue to live with the trauma from this unity party.
But you never saw you never saw Phoebe Hospital were protesting again. Can recently, I think yesterday again or 2 days ago.
Oh wow, yes, they are protesting again.
Yes. Phoebe again were protesting again. Let me tell you something here. You make serious mistake. No matter the hatred you have for George Weah, you gave Ellen Johnson Sally 12 good years. He never did nothing for you people in our country. The reality, 12 years with all the international partners, the billions of dollars on our land. George Weah, who were trying to fingerprint all in the country, trying to build the country up. Because of propaganda and smear, you're fall for these liars. You're never giving the 12 years to say, let's get George Weah 210-2. Let's compare the two unity party, George Weah and LA. Until now, what happening now, Liberians? Well, I told you people, the election got consequent. The men that were building all the feeder road, the federal hospital in the country. You're finished forgetting the new Redemption Hospital, a state-of-the-art hospital that the Unity Party cannot even want complete. Buffalo Hospital, the 14 military hospital, what they were condemning and saved Liberian life during COVID. What a incredible society. The country is so evil, they hate their own. When can Bwaka? Listen, Bwaka 80 somewhat years, like 86. He'll be 86, 2029. 2029 will be 86. Like, they asking question in America. When you run for when you contest for 2029, he fumbled. He couldn't say the reality. So you will sit aside. You will sit again to watch an 86 years old ruling you. Like what happening in Cameroon, where you know how the poor Biakan how walk. What a society? What is society full of youthful people? Then you're left of 80 some years on a serious minded president. What a shame on the Liberian society. Then imagine he will be 86, 2029. But right, the president of those found replacement on the Unity Party, who to replace him. But you remember the see Ellen Johnson said it to Bwaka, he said, let's go on the sunset now. Let's retire. Eddie is 86. You know, Eddie is 86. 86. You can see how she's moving now. Bwaka will be the same age. 2029, by the grace of God. You want him to come to power, Liberians? You will choose him. What will play on you this time? He never delivered. At least when say he was performing more than George Weah, then the argument would you can debunk my argument. But what 6 years now? I mean, you compare 3 years now. Another 2 more years, 1 more years for another election time. Nobody get time for nothing again, development. Strictly 4 years, we should know all your tangible. There is the only project Bwaka have broken ground seriously that we heard about. They recently were here in Marabio. Nothing working for the Unity Party. So last. Alexander Comio, Prince Alexander Comio will be 79 years old. I mean 74 to 75, 2029. Gongro too. 74 to 75. That time the clock is ticking on them. He get only one shot to the presidency. Alexander Cummings. One shot to the presidency. Beyond 2029, he'll be 80 some more years. Then he lied, he went on a steal. You see, I told you people, they will still be lying to you people. Look at the kind of ugly statement he made. I'll become president when I take salary. Then your school, the most expensive school, then cancel your school. Let everybody go to your school for free, commies. I'm challenging you now. Your school is not expensive. Then you say you don't take salary. You don't take salary. You see, how they can play on Liberian people. They lie in the corridor. They fall for that lie. Then commies coming with lies again. You not take salary. When you depend on you not take salary. You're not working. They get something they call income. Let me tell you something quick before Prince come in. And what the Western world will strive for income. Every month, you gotta get something. If you're working, you gotta get something coming in every month. Or be doing business, you gotta get your income. Because through the income, you will live your life. If your income slow down, you FOMO. You gotta be coming every month. It depends, or every 2 weeks. Because if you spend, the whole life we living will consume. The whole life, everybody living, the consumption is too large. So you gotta get income to maintain your life. Our daily needs, our daily goods and services are serious consumption. The thing you don't overlook, the food, the toothpaste, the tissue, the credit, the gasoline we put in our car, all these things, the food, the clothes we wear, all these things, that income, that consumption. So if you get income, you will replace these things. If you can buy 5 bags of rice here now, you will eat that bag of rice. You got to replace that bag of rice again. That's why you see the workmen war, they can kill anybody if you temper on that job. If you temper on that income, to not get income. That's why the Western society will fight for everybody to get some kind of income. Even you're not working, they get social program in Europe here. That's why in America, they get something called food stamp, where every month they can give it to them to live, to manage that set until you find correct job. But some people in America, they just living on that food stamp. The same thing in Europe, there's one social program here too. No matter you come here as a refugee, they will offer you small housing area, they give you money every month. But as that time coming, as the time coming, they will tell you to go to work. They will tell you to find job because a lot of burden coming to the European Union. Income is very important, every viable nation. And I'll tell you, that's a more important thing in life here. He must be consumed. He must be the best consumption. We consume the whole earth about consumption. The whole earth. You overlook the toothpaste, the tissue, all the daily things we can use, the cream, all these things. My brother, my sisters, that consumption. We will use it every day. Every day, for example, you got to brush your teeth. You got to drink water, especially mineral water. As you drink, you got to buy new. Then you might not get children. You get children, you got to provide for them. So life is seriously hard. It's a challenge. But if you get your paid job, you can maneuver, you can manage. But look at Liberia. How serious unemployment in the country. So friends, let me tell you, the Unity Party cannot deliver. The clock is ticking. It's surprising. Liberians, we're going 3 years now. I told you something, the rainy season is on. The rainy season is about to start in this month, in May. Seriously. Liberia gets serious rainfall now. I tell you the reason why we get heavy rainfall more than before. Because we cut all our trees. We never plant trees. Now we get serious rain. If Liberia not smart, we get serious flood epidemic. We get serious flood in our country that will come, that will clear our country. One of the things I'm afraid of, mudslide, all these things, because too much rain, because during the Liberian Civil War, Liberians, Charles Gange Taylor destroyed our forest because he wanted to. The logging company that destroyed our forest because he wanted to arm his rebel group. So they sold millions of dollars. They sold millions of our logging company on the black market because he wanted to arm the group. As all the mining companies, all the concession companies in the country during the mining period, they never planted trees there. They never planted trees. Oh, not joking. Over 14 good years, Charles Gange Taylor destroyed the Liberia forest industry. Let me tell you, our industry was a billion dollar industry before. Meta see them you're taking your the other logic company you're taking your balance mineral. I mean, they balance trees.
Jake, what is even more concerning is that these were the people who yesterday condemned these very companies.
Yes.
These were the people yesterday who said, these people, they are not supposed to be here. We will kick them out. But today, let's even ask ourselves what they promised the Liberian people. We are not asking them for what they did not promise us. We are not asking them for things that are above this world. We are asking them for what they promise us.
Yes.
Good roads,
Electricity,
healthcare, sanitation, electricity, etc., jobs, etc., etc.
Food, agriculture will feed ourselves.
That even their own arrest agenda, don't you believe it? Yeah, their own arrest agenda, according to the information, they've not even been able to accomplish their own arrest agenda. This is a kind of, report on tracking the arrest agenda for inclusive development. And I'm going to just read a portion of it.
Yeah, don't read too long.
The good thing is that the people are tracking to see. Just like you promise the people, we did not do for you, we not do something. And let's just read few of it here. There's an annual report. There's an annual report covering January to December 2025. Let's see what it says here. It says President Joseph Newman Boyka flagship arrest agenda for inclusive development, that is the AAID, unveiled in 2025 as the policy anchor of his administration, has recorded minimal progress in its first year of implementation, raising concerns about the pace and the coordination of government delivery. According to the 2025 Presidential Meter Report released by NEMOT, Partners for Democratic Development, only 3 of the 378 planned interventions under the arrest agenda were completed between January and December 2025, representing just 0.8% of the total commitments. The arrest agenda, an acronym for agriculture, road, rule of law, education, sanitation, and tourism, serve as the Boyka administration's 5 years national development blueprint, that is from 2025 to 2029, aimed at accelerating economic growth, strengthening governance, expanding infrastructure, and improving social services network. My people, I want to stop here. We're going to read all of this. My question is, of this arrest agenda, what can you boast of that these people have accompanied or they have accomplished? I'm listening to a few clips today from Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Oma said they city dirty bad. I thought these guys said they were hero on how you call Clean City.
When you joking?
I'm telling you.
Because she went on OKFN.
Oma Ellen Johnson, the Oma said the city dirty bad way. Let me see if I can sunny area, my brother. The Oma say my people they city.
Yeah, do it for the followers. Do it for the followers. I think that the last topic we touch on. What?
The Oma say the city dirty bad way.
But when Shafani can be lying to the Liberian government, Liberian people for now.
These were the people that were telling us. They were telling us that they are the heroes of Clean City. They will ensure that the city be clean and blah blah blah. We're passing around with Clean City for Boyka. Boyka Clean City. I don't know what calling it. See, I know Boyka Clean
wow.
City. Yeah. I showed that.
Clean City for Boyka. The queen for Liberian politics telling them the country dirty.
Oma said the country a bad way.
The Unity Party 2.0 in trouble, yeah.
She said the country dirty bad way. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh, she said the country. Let me see. Okay, fine. I get it right here. Let me just bring it right here.
And followers, this is not coming from George. We are people. This coming from the Unity Party. She's a guru of the Unity Party that ruled the country for 12 good years.
Yeah, let's just bring it right here, and you're listening to her. This is her.
This city is filthy.
The city is filthy.
It's dirty.
Tell me.
I drive through it from time to time, and I'm ashamed.
Wow.
And frankly, more and more we are inviting international bodies to have meetings here, to join us in our national effort for the improvement of our country. This city is filthy.
The city is filthy.
It's dirty. This city is filthy.
The city is filthy.
It's dirty. I drive through it from time to time. This city is filthy.
The city is filthy.
It's dirty.
Yeah. She even try to put it in big English. Say the filthy. The guy wants to say the city dirty. She put it like brain way. Hey, it filthy. The guy say they made it say. She said it dirty.
Praise you. What this guy was lying on Jefferson Kuchi for? This is Liberians. This coming from the Unity Party former president. Joseph Parker was vice president under this woman. She have all the connection in the international body. The darling girl of the Western world are all here. The Howard guru. This is all telling the Unity Party, under the Unity Party watch. And the country is dirty. She drive every time to notice a country. Liberian, I told you the debate is over. All this video will keep it. This, these are the people where we get mobbed in the country. We can click all their video, the vice president carrying the war, we click it, we carry it to Washington, D.C. We give it to people, then nobody will do business with you. We spread all in Europe yet. The evilness that these people do to George, we are lying in the corridor. If your country is dirty and filthy, what kind of investor will come in the country? Nobody will invest in the country. Who can invest in dirty country? It's a she on the Unity Party. She throwing it under the bus, Prince.
Yep.
A former leader. She not lying. She despised them. Let me tell you, Prince. Here, Prince, watch. I told Liberians here, the Unity Party is highly divided. Liberians, they get surrogate within the Unity Party. They pledge allegiance to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the Kofi Woods, the Mo Ali, the many that within the government. The Unity Party is highly divided. The loyalists, they play a serious loyal to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Who said left? Who said they just want and dining with Bwaka because why they want money? Let me tell you, Liberian, Bwaka was vice president. They got them no Bwaka. They know Bwaka not able to, have the, you can't function. They know. So Prince, it left with them, Prince, but we're clacking our town now, but you throw them on the bus. The Unity Party is dirty. The whole country under that watch. But Josephine and Kochi, they were insulting, lying everywhere. So that
where we have reached, we will just continue to educate our people.
I know she said, Prince, I know she's beside the deadness. She said more in that. She said more.
Yes, she said more. We just don't have the time, but she said.
Yeah, we just captured the particular part.
Oh yeah, she said
but
more.
She knows me.
The city is dirty. The city is dirty. And the reason why she even said that was because she never expected that Bweka, who was there for 12 years as vice president, who saw the mistake, will stay calm and be doing these things, who criticized everything when he was in opposition. He was the loudest voice around the place here, loudest, all around the place making noise. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf said she never expected that this man would become president and see even the rule of law is being disrespected.
Yeah.
She talked about the issue of Yeke, where his right was violated and the rest of it.
Yeah. Yeah. She talked about Yeke, yeah. They
So
shouldn't
at
have
the
taken that
end of the
step.
day, imagine what is happening. She is saying that she expects much from Joseph Numa Boyka. But unfortunately, nothing is happening.
Wow.
And nothing, look, we are not saying these things because we hate Joseph Numa Boyka. No. We get our family in Liberia, we get our children there, we get what we're hustling for it down there. But that's the reality. We can't sugarcoat it.
Yes.
Boyka cannot make any meaningful impact in the Liberian
I
people.
see why she never endorsed Joseph Boyka. I see.
Look at the first year of just what can we boast of? Now we are in fact, the next month business will come into about here. We for 5 month business we're talking about here. The year finished, the year gone, the year gone. We're talking about Joseph Newman Boyka 4 years. What has he accomplished on all of his agenda, the arrest agenda? You're talking about the rule of law. You're talking about sanitation. So Ellen Johnson said he just put whole sanitation agenda. They said they
Yeah.
posted that somewhere. And
Yeah.
sanitation a part of his arrest agenda.
Yeah. She put whole inside.
You see there, a part of the arrest agenda,
She
sanitation.
put serious whole inside. If he's serious, man, he can sack. He must sack the minute the guy.
No, but he will
Shafa.
not sack. No, he can't sack Siafa. You know why? Siafa is a corrupt man that is working directly for Katumu Boyka. That almost like Katumu Boyka, the guy is almost like a son to Katumu Boyka. Remember
Okay.
that he was accused of not reporting some of these monies that they have their billboards around and people accuse him, of collecting the money. That money going to Katumu Boyka.
So Katumu
Because of
get a
these
key. Oh,
advertisements.
so Katumu not get key back from him.
My brother, leave that thing. Katumu Boyka, that whatever say there, all you see, if a Katumu Boyka. So
Wow.
nothing will come of it. This is a man who went close business and said, "Poma pay taxes." The taxes that they pay, where play go? Where? So nothing will come. That boy will be there. Shafa will just be there and they'll be talking. And at the end of the day, the guy got to hear that Joseph, that Katumu Boyka, I can say that her son down there, God's son down there. So Boyka will do nothing. Nothing Boyka will do. The city is filthy to the extent that even one renowned blogger who traveled internationally and just, the guy was even harassed.
But
He
Prince,
was even harassed.
Prince, let me steer this into the followers here. You notice something, Prince? Prince, our president, when he traveling any part of the country here, most of the time, you don't carry a wealth.
No, he
Why?
don't. He don't carry his wife. Amen.
If there's some more years, you guys ought to be together. You're the first lady. I said the only place he carried a wealth, I think I can remember, I think at France. Because she wanted to go shopping in Europe. So they brought her along. But
Yeah.
most of the trip they around, why? He ordered that.
Amen. The people ain't able to carry two burden with them. If Oma is seriously sick, Joseph Newman Boyka is sick. The people ain't want to carry too much burden with them. They say, so let one leave here, let the other one go. It's a no, seriously. You know how much we'll be spending, brother man? You know how much we'll be spending? This time that papa get on plane. They gotta go do some kind of medical. The man was here recently, they did some kind of medical for him. Some kind of medical, you know how much money they spend? So imagine you bringing out Oma, two of the people they on plane, sitting down for almost 5, 6, 7, 8 hours to reach. You think that's small thing? And that small thing, so people look at for long and say, look, we're spending too much money on the man. So Oma Katumu begging you, please go sit down. Please go sit down small. Let the papa pass the ride, other thing. Then you cooler for fun and be passing around, be doing that, whatever, and something like that. We can't carry two burden with us. The people are burden on the society, they are liability. Senior ability. A 90-year-old man, he say 80-year-old, okay, we'll give you 80, no problem. Say nothing, say not nothing, 80, we'll give you 80. Let me tell you something, my brother, before we leave here.
Yeah.
I have a story one of my friends explained to me. She said, They were in Ghana.
But you know you comedian too? You know you comedian too?
So she said they were in Ghana, and then after this resettlement thing, so they put in this document, and on this document, one of the person who's supposed to travel, supposed to be 20 years old, but then because the child was not there at the time, or this boy, were not there, one of her uncle was also there, but they bear the same name. At that time, when they used to send for people, they will not say once one
Yeah.
person pass, it have 10 person they're sending for, one person will go for the interview. Once that
Yeah.
one person pass, all 10 of you will go. They will not ask one by one and say, oh, this, that. No. She said at that time, they not used to do it. The one person will just go, who is the family head, will go for that interview. Once he pass, then all of you go. So they put her uncle on that particular stuff instead of her other brother, 20 years old. The man went, he passed the interview, and they were fortunate. All of them came. The man who they said was 20 years old, that man was 42 years of age.
Mm.
He entered America here. The first thing the people demanded was, at the time, they will have to go to school. I mean, all those who didn't graduate from high school, they will have to go to school and what have you. She said that her uncle there was almost 40 years old. That man was brave enough to join uniform. He said going to school. So he said the where children used to be say, he say when they see the man come, he say, is this a grandfather or is he a student? How old is he? And he told me right, say 20-year old. The money some kind of way the pushy, no child left behind in America. They track some kind of way, and not easy. The man read in the 6th grade now, he said no way. He gave up completely. And that time, imagine a man of 40 something. So imagine let's say 42 plus 6, that 48-year old. 48 years, he look at himself alone. He said, so they get say my uncle so gray hair, even down to his hair nose, that gray one is that he said that for long. Look at, he said, I'm going to school again. I'm going to know the school. Which is that they manage, they send him to how you call the place, so kind of Walmart. They're working there when they went and filled in the form because he said he was 20 now. So when they saw it, he said, oh, 26 years old because he now spent 6 years. He said, oh, 26, a young man, he can do the hard work. So as soon as he came, they said they wear her. Where they get a heavy thing, they may lift you up, or they begin, they don't begin, you strong.
Oh my God.
They said the fuel tattoo again. He holla straight. He said, no way. He back, it back.
Oh
When you
my
want to tattoo
God.
each other, that tattoo, as soon as he left it on here, his own backside here.
The whole bad line.
No way. That's how they carry the phone when they go there now. They say, but after I say they made after they say, yeah, they say, no, they made at 46. So the thing is, it's short. The old people then, they now lie on their age now, it bothering all with them. Hey, reach to them now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It can go, it can go beyond.
Yeah.
The info is going, age can go beyond. So right now, you see cartoons, you just walking like that, all that thing. So the people can take 2 bread and put it on there. No way, they can make it. The true age now is showing, or that just that human boy can when walking.
Okay, but pray.
Yeah.
2029. According to the age now we know, you'll be 86. You think you'll that not a real age?
My brother, you believe that thing? Look at Joseph. The man president, he stay when you see hey looking get a rocket fall down on it. When you see the man, you know say yeah, he not too correct. You think that true age they papa show. Look at him. It's just that we're grateful. You must be grateful that you get the presidency at least to some extent, health wise. You get some doctors around him. But look at the man. The man looking like somebody who that true thing they papa talking. Look at him. Look at how he even walking. Look at a way of talking. The only thing that is keeping this man up is the enough medication they give him. That he get privilege to advance, medical attention. That which we can say that one that's truth. That's the only thing that carrying. But the man looking at somebody who is 1 year old, for example, or 80-year-old. Let's be fair now. But he is not lie on his own age, so it's rough for him now. It's rough. Why is the man getting fair? When we making up behind, say he calling out, he say we backing door. Why you getting fair for? How it looking like that dementia stepping in now, a real age now, that a real age reflecting on a body. You can forget. The last time they were at the executive mansion,
Yeah.
he asked Kula for fun. He said, but what are we doing here? He said, oh, but this is the executive mansion. He said, who waiting for? They been
Oh,
absent
Prince,
minded completely.
seriously?
Oh, but that serious thing I'm
Prince,
telling you.
similar thing happened in the Paul Biya.
I said, Paul Biya,
Paul Biya went to a forum, they asked him, they brought him microphone, said, but why you brought me here for? In America, the podium. Why you brought me here for? What I'm doing here? When he said that thing to put up, then it's scary or Prince.
But you think why they run the man here? They run the man here to come do some other tests on him. But you don't see the thing was in open when they gave Joseph Nima Boyka attended a program, they gave him the mic. When they call him up for him to come speak, hey, where you are going home? The security they got to run away and say, oh man, no, you going to you. You're not time for all to go to the place there and go talk. You see it?
Then the other one again, he tell the people, he say, he tell the guy, I'm gonna tell them to sit down.
Thank you. I'm gonna tell you, vice president, you are being part of the protocol internet. Oh, I'm gonna tell them to sit down.
Yeah, he forget me.
Imagine the man, the shade there, he honor shade. Eh? He honor shade. I mean, sometimes we do these things, for some other reason, to something. But the man honor shade. So the security that behind say, Papa, you gotta take it half on come and address the people. He say, come and bring my higher man. You not know the song ha.
Yeah.
I think he say he know the song. They play Papa honor shade. He said song ha.
Yeah. Yeah, the
So
views
all
are
of
there.
these songs, he said song, all of these songs, my brother. That the Papa wire disconnecting seriously. Must soon be surprised. Thank God, said like bring a nuclear weapon because soon money are going to say, oh yes, if Papa not really releasing it, you can ask the people say, but what happened, Jenna? Oh yeah. Why you see the Unity Party manager around the Papa and around the Papa?
Yeah.
Now why these guys got rid of people like how you call this guy that was with the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs?
Grace Faye.
Grace Faye. Look, Grace Faye was murdered. Grace Faye. They got him. They deleted Grace Faye from around the Papa. They deleted him. You think Grace Faye is nothing that get happy, that something that get happy? They deleted him because they felt that it was Grace Faye that was running things. And they wanted to be in a circle. Look, it's a detail. Get ready, we're talking. They wanted to be in a circle. They wanted to be in a circle. You think that small thing Grace Faye was down there?
But you can see how they can be protecting the old man. They walk every move. You can know straight the men are in control.
My brother, hopefully tomorrow we'll talk about this. But let me just put this out so Liberian can know. We say our deepest condolences to George Solo. But here is the thing that these Liberians, the Unity Party people ain't talking. They George Solo man, how you frustrated this man. You told him man you are going to be ambassador.
Yeah, in Italy. Mm-hmm.
You're talking from there again. You say, okay, you'll send him to Morocco. Do you know that George Solo was in Liberia? There are text messages between he and someone that they sent to us. I don't know, but we'll display it. He was very frustrated. The way he was treated. Look, we'll talk about this tomorrow. We'll talk about it. We'll seriously talk about the way he was treated. Tomorrow, the first thing we'll talk about is the George Solo incident. The way these people treated George Solo. Why you see them on the running around? Former CDC USA chairman, former CDC. We agree, our former chairman. But who was he to the Unity Party? Then I was your ambassador to Italy. Why you playing him off? Tomorrow, my brother, we'll talk some things here. But again, I want to say thanks to you,
we're discussing.
Time. Thank you so much. Thanks to all
for the
your
followers.
presence here. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sending us likes, and all the fine emojis. And I want to say thanks to our sisterly media institution that is actually broadcasting this currently live as we speak on their various social media handle. I want to say thanks to the Truth Lens News Liberia. I want to also say thanks to the Metro Media that's also carrying it on all of their platforms, and all of you who are sharing. The platform is getting big by the day. It's getting big. We are connecting with more platforms, and it's not easy. It's cost intensive, but again, we want to say thank you because we do this because of you. To all of you I want to say thanks to
But
our
praise
brother.
King's FM breaking ground. I mean, opening on this.
Yeah. We will be opening on Saturday. Yeah, there'll be a a kind of official dedication ceremony. But again, I want to say thanks to all. Until we meet again, have yourself a God bless day and bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, bye-bye.
We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money, that I beg them. The money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless.